Tom, this is the last one. It was scheduled
Planning board meeting, what's going on?
after the other two, so you probably have nothing on it.
This is the one, they're legalizing the existing, correct?
Is your father around?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he say
So
something?
let me call you back, yeah? I'll see you.
Legalizing the-
Kazagazan,
Yeah.
Not there yet.
Coco.
What are we
I think we
doing?
even wrote it there.
You wanna sit down and read? What's your-
Okay.
Next.
You're on a temporary CO, right, huh?
I don't think
No,
that's
no,
temporary.
no
CO.
seal, let's not be so picky.
You don't need a CO to pray.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's
on a
on,
mission from
it's
God,
on the
that's what we're
survey
saying.
as existing,
Okay,
so,
okay.
yeah.
All right, I mean, I wrote it as existing, as we had talked about, Chaim and I met on this a few weeks ago. Then the recommendation is you'll have no improvements shown, so if the board decides that you don't need any, just have an engineer planner. I know of a few good ones.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Do you?
They're hard to find.
That's right. The talent pool is becoming de minimis, so to speak.
Don't even go that route.
But make your case. What is the condition of the on-site paving and parking? Is it decent condition?
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. That's the kind of stuff you'll have to give testimony on. And obviously, if the board says, I want A, B, and C, we're going to recommend that we
Right.
have signed seal plans for whatever the improvements
Right.
are, if any.
So this is presently what?
It was built as a house. There are residents or people praying there now, and we want it to be a shul.
So it's presently like a, I'm asking you to admit.
You
or
have
deny
two
this, but I would
uses.
call it an underground shul.
It's an above-ground, underground.
It's a residential structure that people pray in.
It's some Muranos.
So you want to,
We want a
Take it
site
to the
plan
next step.
exemption. Yes,
You
site
wanna-
plan exemption.
To
We want it-
formalize it
next
as
step
a
in its
shul.
evolution.
We want to come out of the basement.
Oh my God, you're coming out of the garden.
So,
It's a slab, it's on a slab.
About this,
I wasn't going to say the closet, because that
So-
would imply something.
that's a
do
different
you
connotation.
have architectural plans?
Yes.
Yes,
Can we look at them?
it's in the last sheet.
So,
Full service operation.
Who's that place is this?
There you go.
saying, this is like the other one where, all you have is four corners.
I do note it's under 1,500 square feet, so you have no problem meeting the
So
site plan
this is an
exemption
add-on?
requirements.
Where are you adding on? Is that the shaded area?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what'll happen with the other buildings?
That's residential, it's staying residential.
Staying as a house.
So that looks like it's a house that's really, I see two walkways going up. Is it one single family? Is it two house? What is it?
This is the main house. This is the guest area that he built as an addition 3 years ago for when his family comes for holidays. Otherwise, he just uses this part of the house.
So it's presently a single-family house?
Correct.
Now, hopefully, the single-family home is permitted, correct?
Yes, everything's
Okay.
been, this job is all permitted. This was permitted as a game room.
Okay,
Then
all
they
right.
decided to stop praying in the game room.
Okay, okay.
And what about
Moved
the,
over the pinball machine.
is there parking?
9 spaces. A little,
Well, actually, we had scaled it, it's more like 7, but it's more than what you need.
On your property, is 7 row on your property? Where-
Yeah, pesky scales.
it's a unusual come in and go out, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know which ones we kicked off, but
So you have to stack
Maybe we don't have the
floors.
same scale
Yes.
as you.
How many bedrooms is the house? Does the house meet?
I don't use architect scales.
Terry,
Oh, is that what it
does
is?
that,
I know,
if
but-
we have a house, does it have to meet residential site improvement standards as well as the use for the shul? I mean, it's really a dual use, and I don't see why you would not
Boy,
need
that's a
the
good
parking
question.
for-
I mean-
I think,
We don't do it.
This just, not this particular application, but it just came up in Woodbridge the other day. We were talking to RSIS about something different.
but you still have the
But it's
residential.
private. But yeah, it's residential, but it's private.
Right.
This is not a thoroughfare per se.
But you have a shul, which
Yeah, but the
is,
shul is not residential. The homes are obviously
so
residential.
my point is you actually have two uses, but you should have adequate
Okay,
parking,
but
parking
it's-
for
it's
both
a-
uses.
Okay, you have apples and oranges. Let's deal with the RSIS issue first. The RSIS issue, as I see it, the only issue would be adequate parking for the residents.
Right.
And you have 7, the way I calculate.
Right,
So you more than exceed the RSIS.
for the house, right.
For the house. Since they got a plot plan for this, it must have been confirmed that, yes, it's adequate by Lakewood standards, which are higher than RSIS because of the basement apartment issue. So that's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is coming back to the sanctuary. The sanctuary is less than, it's 673 square feet, which is less than the 800 threshold.
So you don't need parking for the sanctuary.
Correct. Correct.
You don't need
So
any.
the 4 is in excess of what's needed for both uses.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I
I
wanted
mean,
to
I'm
know.
sorry,
If you add
the
them both
7 is
together,
in
that's what I was
excess
getting
of what's
at.
needed.
Also, the tradition is whatever's a dominant use, and we consider in Lakewood that the sanctuary, the dominant use is the house. That's what,
Well, I know, but there's been parkings with, there have been problems with parking, and I think it's fair to say you need to accommodate both separate uses. You have to meet
I
the parking for
understand.
both, and apparently here you do.
Has this been used at all as a shul? It has, okay, all right. Do you know of any existing problems or complaints?
No, the neighbors aren't gonna be there to say that they have no problem with it.
Okay,
It basically started off
that's
as
gonna
a
be
kid
half
room
the
and then
battle.
became a synagogue, 'cause it's for kids from the street that aren't by me and not on drugs yet.
okay.
So
they're working on it.
No, hopefully not. That's why they're there, not by me.
Where on County Line Road is this?
This is 953 County Line. It's Vicky Rubenfeld and Ezzy Wallerstein program at night. Gershbaum?
I'm just thinking it's going.
Here's
east.
Somerset.
Yeah,
It's
it's
east of
past-
Somerset on
past
the north
Somerset.
side of the
Now,
road.
in shuls like this situation, are they directly tied into the homeowner? Is the homeowner the rabbi for the shul? How
No,
does
the
that?
homeowner's son-in-law is the head.
So it's like a,
Family thing.
Yeah.
it's a separate entity then?
It's really a family thing. The father-in-law wanted them to do it.
But
He
but
was
it's
doing
not,
it in the house till they did this.
but it's not something that's like an accessory to the household. It's not like the rabbi lives in the house.
Well, they eat in the house.
Sometimes.
When they make parties, they eat in the house.
Is that a distinction when you put a set, you know, we have 2 distinct uses on one lot in that circumstance?
Isn't that permitted in Lakewood?
Yes.
Yes.
Lakewood,
Lakewood
there's
allows.
nothing that prohibits more than one principal use.
And there's actually a thing that says you can have.
There is.
I
It
seen
it says it in the UDO.
All right, so make sure you bring that as part of your proofs, address that.
Yeah. There's been
That's a little
discussion
unconventional.
about changing
Changing.
that.
So make sure that
As of
that
yet,
gets
it has
into
not
the-
been changed.
Make sure that gets into the resolution, so that if it ever does get changed, it'll be properly grandfathered, that it's recited and.
Good advice.
Are you in a rush?
Not at all. We could wait till tomorrow.
Because we're scheduling everything from today for May 23rd, but given that you don't really need any plan
Right, we
revisions,
don't really need anything.
you do need notice, so we can't put you on tonight.
Right.
April 25th has a lot on it, and May 9th has nothing, but we'll get whatever from April
Well,
25th carries over.
May 9th, you may get the shopping center.
Yeah, he asked me to
Yeah, I
carry
think so.
indefinitely, until further notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I would say
think
like
so.
2020.
You don't think they'll be on May? You think it'll be later?
No, because the 9th,
Later
he's
than
doing
that.
the CAFR meeting
Oh,
for the
okay,
Fairways.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Frisco in June. Get Dave.
I guess it'll be pushed up again then.
I mean, we could try,
Would you believe September?
It's really not a rush, but just put us on whichever schedule and.
right.
I think May 9th is a good
I wouldn't
meeting.
want to put you on May 9th if we don't end up having a May 9th. But if
No.
we're not going to reach everything on the 25th, we will have a 9th, so,
So let's do 25th, and then worst case scenario, we go to the 9th.
Okay.
yeah, okay. Does that work? Notice for the 25th, and then we'll carry you to
Yeah.
the 9th if needed, with everything else from
Right.
that meeting.
I'm sorry, I know everyone here, I don't think we've met with,
This is Haim
This
Stoner-Grazia.
is funny.
oh,
Yes. The boss.
she's the boss. That explains why she seems to be running everything.
Let's come to the
I'm
fun.
sorry, what's your first,
17.
what's your name?
But, yeah.
Baya. I'm John Jackson, nice to meet you.
Um,
She keeps Jaime out of trouble most of the time.
And I think I have enough
8 out of 10
plans from you.
Well, I can see that, but,
1, 2, 3.
yeah.
I have
Now
enough
that you
plans from
smiled,
you,
you
I just
have
need a
to look.
PDF set of everything.
Okay.
And actually, they're small, so I'll just scan them in myself, I just don't like having to scan the big ones. So you guys are good, you're set, as long as you can provide notice for 4/25.
I'll send it out today.
That's it, we're done?
We're done.
Nice.
Hopefully tonight's as quick as that was.
Well, I think it's gonna be. We're gonna have 1 or 2 applications and.
We're not
got
going
some
to
people
argue
coming to
about
fight
administrative
over.
minors?
I don't
We
think so.
may.
Optimist?
We may.
There's someone with a legal argument on Oak Street.
I would
Be ready for
expect
that.
Oh, yeah?
Someone supposedly coming with a legal argument.
Someone
on Oak Street.
more than,
More
that
than
we
regulars,
usually
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
It's not John's new friend, is it?
Who's John's new friend?
Mr. Shea?
Oh. Oh, yeah.
We're old friends.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanna, follow me back to my office, I'll get those plans we were talking about.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you,
very
good to
much.
see you.
John, if you wanna come as well, I had something I
Oh,
wanted to
we're
show
gonna
you
go back
too.
to-
Can we go back there?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
Rather not
Fenzer,
do
always
your-
a pleasure.
Sir, I'm only an observer today. I'm a UN observer. I want to see what a real lawyer does. How you doing, John?
How are you?
Good. Good.
All right.
I
That must-
have,
that must be
just a
Mr.
couple affidavits that I wanna go over with you, because I know Mr. Klein's been questioning them, and I wanna
Yeah.
make sure we're both satisfied with how they're filled out. so.
Jeremy just turned one of Adam's back.
Right, let's go
They're in my office anyway.
to your office and discuss it.
I'll get an open request for that. Yeah. Got enough of those.